This podcast is on understanding total balance. What this basically means is you don't want parts of your face to look significantly younger than other parts of the face, because that can also make someone look unnatural. Now, it's normal to have various parts of your face or neck age in different degrees, but when one looks 20 or 30 years younger than the other, then that is something that's a red flag that looks unnatural. Oftentimes when we think about unnatural, we think an overfilled cheek, or we think an overstretched face, over pulled eyelid, but those are only one level of unnatural. So let me just give you some examples. So I had a lady recently that I did a facelift chin implant on, and she's been doing Botox and fillers with me for many, many years now. And she looks very, very young in the face, but she looks much older in her neck and chin area. And she actually did a testimonial for me. So I told her, look, I would really encourage you to slow down on fillers and Botox, because your neck and chin area are significantly older. And I'm not saying you have to do a facelift, but I don't think it's worth continuing to do so much on Botox and fillers, because there's a mismatch there. And so she did a neck and chin implant, and looks amazingly well balanced now. Her face, neck, and everything looks great. I was going to do her hand fat grafting, but it was a little bit beyond her budget. And so that's the area that's slightly unbalanced now, that I think it would be worth at some point, whether we do hand fat grafting or some fillers. And another lady I actually I told her she needed a facelift, eyelids, fat grafting, but I said, you really should do your hands. And that was, again, a little bit beyond her budget. And once I finished her surgical stuff and did some Botox, she says, wow, my hands really look old now because they're not balanced. So I did her hands with some fillers were less expensive and really got a good result. And so that is really talking about balance. So what do I look at balance? I look at, basically, to summarize it, would be face, neck and chest, and hands. Those are the areas that are exposed, where you don't necessarily have clothing to be able to cover them. You can't wear something over your hands all the time, like gloves. So those are the exposed areas that I think would look good if we can create balance. Now, the problem with the neck area is oftentimes there's nothing short of a facelift that really does the job. However, sometimes it's just skin. So example, I just saw a lady yesterday who's, I look so bad because during the COVID time, I wasn't able to come in and see you. I look so much older. I said, you really look good. I mean, you really have, your wrinkles are not even back. Your fillers are holding beautifully. I said, really, you're seeing things in an incorrect way. I said, the real problem is your lower outer face has a lot of wrinkles, and your lower neck area, where the sun has been exposed to, looks 15 years older than the rest of your face. And I said, if you really want to spend money wisely with me over the next 1 to 2 years, focus on those areas. Even to not even doing more fillers, not even doing more upper face Botox, you need to spend this area. So a lot of times people, love something that I do, and they want more and more of it. And sometimes that's good. Sometimes it leads to better longevity, better results. Sometimes it's overkill, where you really need to focus on other areas. So what I tell my patients is, I'm not going to force you to have a facelift. I'm not going to force you to have a hand fat graft. I'm not going to force you to do meso Botox in the lower face. But I will tell you, when things are starting to look unbalanced, how to fix it. And I encourage you to listen to my advice, because I'm not actually just trying to sell you something else. I'm actually trying to oftentimes dissuade you from one area and spend the money somewhere else. Whether that's less expensive, more expensive, it's not the cost issue. It's just how to spend your money wisely to get the best results. So when you think about unnaturalness, don't think of just being overfilled or overpulled, but also think of unbalance, where one area of your face or neck or hands look totally unbalanced to the rest of the face.